Okay, I'm back in the house just for a minute. I wanted to come back just to, because I get so emotional whenever I'm talking about the situation, and it has been very stressful. I just want to say that while overall I cannot relate to having that level of curiosity about anyone, I like to think that I can understand how heartbreak can take us places and make us feel things and behave in a way that is outside of our usual, our, your true north, your what's normal for you. And I never want anyone else to ever feel robbed of, portions of themselves because they've invested so much into people who, it's almost like, man, were you put here to let me down? Were you put here to deceive and to, like, some guy got something off with you. I don't even know who I'm addressing, but and I know it's gonna sound so cliche, like, bitch, please don't, right? Yeah, but I'm going to. I want you to see the beauty in yourself. And if you truly don't, I want you to consider why you don't. Who took that away from you? Who took it away from you? Your self-worth, your dignity, your honor. Because I was like, what the fuck? What would someone have had to have gone through to show up like this? Where you are, you're not only just looking for me in someone's phone, you're just trying to see what's distracting him. He allowed himself to be distracted. He did what he did because that's what he does. Whoever he is, I don't even know who I am addressing. I mean, I have an idea as to who the guy was that I was most recently in a relationship with, like in the last 6 years. I have an idea as to who that person was. You are worth someone choosing you by yourself. This is why I'm telling you, I'd rather be out here sprawled out in the street, homeless, destitute, dehydrated, whatever, than to be in a fake connection with someone who is an imposter himself, posing as a sexual male, posing as someone that actually loved and cared about me, acted like he wanted to share a living space and building a life with me. I want you to really, because I ain't nobody's fool. I am not dumb. I am not stupid. I am not naive. I'm actually super intelligent. Obviously. That's how I know not to turn my pain and my confusion and my hurt. I can't let that turn into envy for another human being who is on the other side of someone else's lie. You got so curious about me that you were looking through someone's phone. You probably didn't even have to look, because if intuitively I know that you are probably someone that this male whore had alongside him. You've been there the whole time. You had to have been. And I am so sorry for whatever the thing is that is keeping you restricted. Whether it's your own marriage, maybe you a dirty asshole too. I don't know. There's no reason for anyone to cheat when all you got to do is just say, I am not happy with you anymore, and this is why. And so for that reason, I want a divorce. It ain't got to be cheaper to keep her. Walk away with what you came in with. To go ahead and just divide it down the middle. Because I'm going to tell you, there is no honor in you having a 50-year marriage where you were disloyal the entire time. One of the people that I looked up to the most in my family, still married today to their spouse. I know you are an adulteress. I know what you are. I see your lusty spirit. I see how you are. Acting like you really care about your spouse. I'm not saying you don't care about your spouse. I'm just saying not more than you care about yourself. And these people, these are people that will fight you If you accidentally pick up their phone instead of yours, they make it their business. We don't need to have the same kind of phone. I wish you protected your marriage like you protecting your secret. I do have a thing against the true home wreckers. you knowingly pursued someone knowing that they were married, knowing even if they were not married, because you're married in your mind and in your heart before you're married, according to the laws of this world. I can't even say according to the union that was created and designed by God. Like when you have that union, that is God taking you guys and saying, you know what, world? This is Tanika and husband. And Tanika and husband have come together. And basically from this point on, anybody who is on the outside of this circle from now on, no, you're going to have such a heavy penalty if you even try to tamper with Tanika and husband. We are protected from the inside out. That's why I feel sorry for some of the people that have come in contact with me. I was talking to my daughter about it earlier. We are like, if you've ever seen The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. We are dry. As always. Anyway, it's not even blowing on me, but it's just blowing. Turn it off. Anyway, this is it's like whenever those people came in contact with Frodo. And I remember whenever the elfin queen or the fairy queen, whatever her name was, when she saw Frodo, and she basically was like, she backed up off of him a little bit, and she was like, "Ooh, Hobbit, you almost got it." She was like, and then she like clearly had a moment and was like, whew, like, I almost didn't pass the test. She resisted the temptation. But people that come in contact with chosen ones, they will be so curious about us. Then they become fascinated when they see, oh, there is something different. They're a whole different vibe. I've heard people say it my whole life. I've watched it turn into jealousy and envy. They don't know what they're looking at. You're looking at someone else's survived struggle. Very humbly survived something. My strength was called into action, because if it hadn't, I would have been like the Avatar stuck in some ice. I would have been stuck somewhere. I would have been dead. I would have been gone. But the trauma was such that it activated something in me. That's why I was saying every one of my enemies, male and female, I only exist in this way, in this exact way, because you fucking tried it. You caused me to have to step out of humility, out of like servitude, out of humility. I had to step into a stance of strength and power and defense. Because who can say that, okay, I've gotten into many fights, I've never started a single one, and I've never lost a single one. People who come in contact with chosen individuals, you only had a couple of choices that you could have made. That is to do the right thing or to do the thing that honored your shadow side. When you chose to go against and to come up against instead of helping. You were way up there, right? You were looking down, and you were in a position that you could have bestowed knowledge and wisdom and resources and help and aid and healing and instruction. Even just in being a sound example, a good example, you chose to put yourself down here. You've been looking at me from down here this entire time, and it's like, and the sad part is, I keep on stopping. No, I'm eating a whole Frito chili pie wrap. Because I'm listening to myself as I'm proofing this and doing the editing part, and I can't help but like I'm still, because again, when I get emotional, a lot goes unsaid, and I just want to make sure that I'm putting it out there. That what happened is someone took my phone number, my old number, and recycled it, and has literally logged into a very specific. What I'm saying is, what would you have to feel within yourself that it's not enough that you see my information in someone's phone, or that someone has shared my information compromising me. That's not enough for you to know it. That you went and hijacked a social media account. You committed a federal crime that is a cyber crime. Punishable. It's a cyber crime. Then you can be charged with stalking also. And then obviously the man who is obviously between both of us, however many of us there are, that's certain death to a career for him. It's certain death to social media groups. To social groups, and networking that you may have webbed up and strung up for yourselves to hold yourselves up. But like, you could not just be comfortable together, or be comfortable just leaving me alone, whoever you are. I know what the phone number says you are when I looked it up using my own tools. I'm like, oh, really? Somehow a number that I haven't used in almost 2 years is being used. And also, that's to anyone else. If you have received any solicitation from 405-996-0101, it is not me. From any number. I haven't asked anyone for any money. I have been out here struggling by myself, just trying to be a big girl. It's a lot of stuff that's gone down, and what really is baffling more so than some of the events that have taken place are all the people who would have had to knowingly watch it all go down, knowing that it was a farce. Is that the true evil in the world? Is that what it really is? That's the evil being fair seeming, where it doesn't have anything to do with me, so I'm not going to say anything. There are a lot of people who watched my life be intentionally sabotaged. Intentionally. It's happened twice that I go to get a job and I wasn't allowed to because Deers still showed me married to someone that I hadn't been married to in 15 years. So that prevented me from starting a job like way past the start date. That happened twice, where I was hired to make more than $25, $35 an hour. And then when I actually take the position after I get my ID, then I go and